Look, you see which way egg of city move them systematically. Now, because from the onset, since 2014, we've already draw a plan. The plan is being reduced. It never reach the way we want. We think say by now it go don't reach because we not be factor in. Say they will form anything like a government. We not be factor in. Say teachers and lawyers they go start a strike. We not be factor in anything like blacklegs. We felt that the momentum will be huge and everybody will appraise and be happy with what we have done, we have put in place. What is spoil we? What is spoil we? What is stop we from reasoning?
Whereas independence means recognition. They need to recognize you. You need to be recognized. You need to have a seat at the table in order for engage in the discussions. When you don't talk, say, you know, we don't ever join Cameroon, then you don't deliberately by yourself give away the seat and the position where you for even use them for bargain on the table. But you don't decide, say, you don't want you for be at the table. Say, you know, we don't ever join. So how then do you rectify something will be happen for 1961? There is no remedy. You know, if we talk now, say, we are still a trust territory. No, the trusteeship agreement was terminated. And for 1961, when will they be terminate the trusteeship agreement? The United Kingdom, in no complaint. The Republic of Cameroon, in no complaint. The leaders of the former British Southern Cameroons like NGu Foncha, Ndele, and the rest, Estimuna, Augustine Gomjua, and the rest, they no complain. So it was done amicably. It was years and years and decades later when Una Wuko decide now say Una want for complaint. Life does not work that way, my contribute with them. So we as Anglophones, the need for stop for the lie to ourselves. We need for recognize this truth and the reality and activity. For 1961, we joined. And now why that way our leader, where we, for former British Southern Cameroons, where we be elected, send for represent we. It be sit for Foumban Constitutional Conference. It be agree and accept the terms for the Foumban Constitutional Conference. Now, why that way come the 1st of October 1961? NGu Foncha, it be sit in Yaoundé as the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Cameroon. It no complain because it be accept the terms of the joining of the union. And the resolution 1608 is spelled out clearly. Say, the United Nations General Assembly invites the administrative authority, the government of Southern Cameroon and the Republic of Cameroon to sit or to have urgent discussions with a view to finalizing before the 1st of October 1961. Okay, so the joining was already going to happen on the 1st of October 1961. Whether una go agree or una no agree, you will join. Now, with that way, the United Nations, if you don't decide them for the paragraph before, where they talk say, the decision now say, with respect to Northern Cameroons, they will join Nigeria on the 1st of June 1961. With respect to Southern Cameroons, they will join the Republic of Cameroon on the 1st of October 1961. That's the decision. Now, the next paragraph where they invite the administrative authority, and on these three parties, the administrative authority when the United Kingdom, the NGu Foncha government, and President Amadou Ahidjo government to sit and have urgent discussions. And the reason why they talk say urgent now because say now for 21st of April 1961, and they don't give them the date, say 1st of October 1961, you will join. So that's why there was that urgency. Say you have to have urgent discussions. Now, imagine for April 1961 to the 1st of October 1961, how many months they get up? About 5 months, 5.5 months, right? So now they began a meeting for Bamenda, they began another meeting for the Foumban Constitutional Conference, and they had another meeting in Yaoundé before that 1st of October. So whether una be agree or una no agree for Foumban, the joining was meant to happen by the 1st of October. No caveat in no be day. Some people they go can't give their academic analysis, go up and down. That's just noise, and that's just your opinion. It not change way the United Nations write them on paper. Say by 1st of October 1961, you will join. So whether you reach an agreement or not, you will join by the 1st of October. And the nobody talks say when I get to first get independence and then negotiate the joining. Nowhere is that written. They talk say by 1st of October you will get independence by joining. So if you no join, no independence. You must join. That act of joining is the independence, and it will happen on the 1st of October. Nowhere has any document ever said about 2 states of equal status. It doesn't exist on any paper. What that one now, some people, they are bad discussions or whatever. Make some person bring me United Nations resolution or United Nations document where it talk about 2 equal status. Besides, people the way they talk about equal status, equal in what way? Population size. The United Nations, it be work out the population for the 2 territories then, and it come to a conclusion. Now the United Nations be doing no be now we. No be now French Cameroon. Say the population of former British Southern Cameroon at that time was 800,000. And the population of the French Cameroon at that time was 3.2 million. So we were just 20% of what French Cameroon was in population. In land size, we were even less than 20%. In economic terms, no be na French Cameroon it be come up with the conclusion, but na the United Kingdom and the United Nations it be come up with the conclusion say that territory as the Cameroons under British administration, both northern and southern Cameroons were not viable to be independent by themselves. That is a fact. Now the United Kingdom it come up with that assessment and conclusion as the administering authority, and the United Nations it agree say what territory the Cameroons under British administration, both the northern and the southern, it not be viable for being independent on its own. So they must join either Cameroon or Nigeria. That was not done by French Cameroon. It was done by the United Nations. Now the same United Nations where today when I want make it recognized now, and wait where when I go do now just lie about the things where the United Nations be doing for 1961, as if the people the way they write those documents they be stupid. Now United Nations it write those documents then. Now United Nations it come up with that assessment. Now United Nations it come up with resolution 1608, and then for 2024 you come on you for Bamenda or Nkunda Titi, you want go tell the person will be write resolution 1608 say they never do their job. You want go tell the British for London wait till where resolution 1608 it talk when not them right arm. I mean, we need to be honest with ourselves, and until we be honest, until we come up with these realities, until we accept these realities and come up with a way of talking as Anglophones them, where we not lie and where we be in conformity with the reality we be in front of us, say the whole world recognize Cameroon as one, until we accept these truths and these realities, we are going nowhere. The Anglophone problem will continue for being a problem of Anglophones talking amongst themselves and killing themselves, and they're talking in the wilderness. No one pays attention to you. No one is ever going to open a door to you, nor is anyone going to be sympathetic to your own nonsense, because at the end of the day, you know, if the claim say this, so different man they kill you, but when they can't investigate them, they say and say, now you they kill your own people more than any other person. So, like for example, the Norwegian investigators they come for Cameroon, they can't discover say this so. Now Ayabacho they commit crimes against humanity inside Cameroon. How can you be claiming say different person commit genocide for your country, but when the investigation come, they discover say now you they kill your people, and then what the hell do you want the international community to do? So make we as Anglophones then we come to our senses before it's too late. So this one are the advice where I bring them for my own country people then. We need an Anglophone conference where all Anglophones their voices they be heard and respected. The people, the way they be carry the guns, they be believe say they so through those guns, they go fit bully all man, they go fit intimidate all man, they go force all man for bend to their will. But guess what? It never work, and it no go ever work. And make una no think say they so some Anglophones the day where they be more Anglophones than the others. So one go talk say this so oh because Minat, Minister of Territorial Administration, and Tanga Jipo, it there for government, it there for Yaoundé. So your voice no matter. You are crazy. Or you talk to people them like the other Anglophones the way they in position of power, like Minister Fu Callistus, Pam Bayu, Minister Paul Tassong, and people the way they in government when I think say they not be Anglophone enough. No, they are also Anglophones, and their opinion matters. As a matter of fact, it matters even more than some of you, because guess what? Now those people then, like the Prime Minister, Chief Dr. John Gute, and the ones that they in government, now them get that powers for influence Yaoundé on our behalf. But we need to give them the mandate. We need to respect them. We need to pull them to our side. We need to talk to them in a way where it will make them they feel like we are one. We need to bring them to our own cause, make them become part of the cause. But the mistake where Anglophones, they don't make them over and over and over again. Now for things that is so, any person within in government, any person within a CPDM now your enemy. That is a mistake. And we don't do that mistake for decades now. And where are we today? How far we don't go? How far we don't go? We don't intimidate people. We don't ostracize people. And now why that way I be come up with this thing, say, Ambazonia terrorists, they don't know how to make friends. They only know how to make enemies. You are not going to achieve anything by just making enemies. If una like, una continue for the cry for Facebook, una scream, una meet up European person for road or for American Congress or for United Nations or whatever, una started try to teach them history, try to talk about 1961. Do that for the next 100 years and you will be in exactly the same position. Nothing will change. I say nothing. So now my advice is for una Anglophones them, unity in purpose. And also another reason why we two-state federation no go ever work for Cameroon now because the Southwesterners they no go ever agree make it work. If you don't believe me, when I ask any Southwesterners of any Southwesterner of influence, anyone like the first class chiefs, senators, parliamentarians, they could tell una they no go ever accept for get a political union with a Bamenda man or Northwesterner. Never. Because they don't experience marginalization when now we Anglophones, Northwesterner marginalize them. These are facts.
When Foncha now met with Ahidjo in Foumban to craft the constitution, you did not see the British there, and you did not also see the United Nations represented, but you saw the French who were not supposed to be there accompanying Ahidjo. So what truly happened? When the British came down to basically pass over the government when we had our independence on September 30th of 1961, remember we celebrated October 1 of 1961, the British handed the flag not to Foncha but to Ahidjo, which was again a violation. Basically, they had already sold us. And then they immediately left. In these negotiations and discussions between Foncha and Ahidjo, Ahidjo went to his parliament and basically, as a dictator, told them what they had to do. And they gave the information and they passed it on to Foncha. And Foncha did not share this information with our fathers who were going to Foumban. So that when they arrived Foumban, remember, it's first of all a fake union because Britain was not there. The United Nations was not there. So, but the French were there who were not supposed to be there. When they went, they were surprised to see that Ahidjo said, according to the document that we had already given you, the people were surprised to say, which document? They had given it to Foncha and Foncha did not give them, so they never read it. So they basically hurriedly added some clauses to that constitution.
Now, another point, some people, they don't talk about the Foumban Constitutional Conference. So when they talk today, so, oh, the British, they not be there for day. Guess what? The British did not have to be in Foumban. As a matter of fact, read the resolution 1608. It talks for they say the United Nations General Assembly invites the administering authority. If some person invite you for party, you know must go. The United Kingdom was not mandated to be at the discussions. The only thing where they be no, now say, come the 1st of October 1961, the decision where it be made by the United Nations, it talks say, by the 1st of October 1961, they go terminate the trusteeship agreement, and the United Kingdom, it go pack it back, it leave, and it go join that territory with Cameroon. That was the decision. Now the only thing that way they be no say they must do one. For the Foumban Constitutional Conference, if the British they not be there for day, now NGu Foncha a responsibility for make sure say the British they be there for day. It not be being at the British their own. As a matter of fact, were they going there to discuss anything to benefit the British? No. After all, when I also need to understand today, so the people there for former British Southern Cameroons, they be go against the British twice in a very few years. They go against the British. First, the House of Enugu, our parliamentarians, they withdraw themselves from the House of Enugu, come them back against the wishes of the British. Secondly, for 11th of February 1961, the plebiscite, the British, they be expressly advised the people, they say, make the vote for join Nigeria. Because right from the beginning, why were the British, they be carved that territory west? Now, because they be one for just enlarge their colony of Nigeria. Now, why that way they be administer the Cameroons under UK administration, they be administer them in unity with Nigeria. They try to join that territory for make a maybe one bigger British colony. So they no be get no interest for give that territory full sovereign power right from the beginning, from 1919. They no be get that interest. So they advised our people, they say, may they vote for join Nigeria. Our people, they refused. After where they don't commode them out of the house of Enugu, they create headache and confusion with the British them. So come now 1961, after they don't tell you, say, vote for join Nigeria, you deny you. You say you must go join Cameroon. Then why then did you expect the British for be there for help you, for do a decision where they be against, and now you want go? So they allow NGu Foncha for go do the negotiations with one for Duam, with Endele, with Amadou Ahidjo. So NGu Foncha don't go get the negotiation with Amadou Ahidjo, and he negotiate two positions then for himself. So you know if you blame the British. And now for when we not understand, when we talk about the Foumban Constitutional Conference, we know say the delegation where it be come out from West Cameroon or Southern Cameroon at that time, they be more than 50 people them, we know so, where it be 4 times more than the delegation will be come out from Amadou Ahidjo's side. For President Amadou Ahidjo's side, they be getting only about 12 representatives then for Foumban. Why where NGu Foncha side where they come out from West Cameroon or former Southern Cameroon, they become with 50 something members them. And those people the way they come out from former British Southern Cameroon, the one comes to 50 something of una, they come them empty hand. They no bring no constitution, they no bring nothing. Whereas the President Amadou Ahidjo's side, he one come for Foumban, he be don't prepare a draft constitution. And that draft constitution, Amadou Ahidjo be don't present them to the British, and he be don't give a copy to NGu Foncha. That NGu Foncha, he take that constitution, he hide them from his own people then, because of his own infighting, because he no be one make Endele a no in negotiation with Amadou Ahidjo. Who are you going to blame? You could still blame the British, say they no be there for Foumban. So when they talk, say no, but you know, if the British they be there for Foumban, maybe we'll forget a better deal in the federation. Guess what? As I don't tell you now, Amadou Ahidjo come for Foumban for that constitutional conference. He bring constitution where we don't prepare them weeks in advance, and if we don't give a copy of that draft constitution to the British and to NGu Foncha, if we don't give them, but NGu Foncha one come for the, he not bring a constitution. What were they coming there to do? For chop, then dance, and then drink? Is that what you were going there to do? One side it come serious, ready to do business. The other side it come there like a bunch of empty people, the way they don't know the way they there for do. So who are you going to blame for the incompetence and the ineptitude and the level of preparedness of our forefathers, the NGu Foncha, the Endele them? When 50 something people when come for meeting, no man no bring pen and paper, no man no write nothing down. Who started the constitution where the people them for former British Southern Cameroon they be prepared and bring them for Foumban? It no exist. And ma tell you now, of the 12 people them, very few people them where Amadou Ahidjo it be bring them for Foumban, it be bring advisors for constitutional law and international law from France. Even though it be been a sovereign, it be been a president of a sovereign nation, it be sovereign. It means that it not be under the British or under the French or under anybody. It be like a god as far as international relations are concerned. It be being a commander-in-chief of an army. It get a parliament. It get national anthem. It get currency, money. It get flag. All those things for your country. But it won't come for day. It go for France. It go ask for advisors. It say I need people to advise me on constitutional law and international law so that I go know what to do. It won't come for that Foumban constitutional conference. It be prepared. Now wait it that way President Amadou Ahidjo do. And anyone come for the if don't prepare a constitution for bringing with them. Now, on the other side, even the Southern Cameroon's Bar Association, lawyers they be offer their assistance and their advice and their services them to NGu Foncha for free of charge. Now NGu Foncha deny. You know why? Infighting. Because it be fear say if the lawyers them for Southern Cameroons, the Southern Cameroons Bar Association, if they get involved in this negotiation, they go know wait away me at the discuss with Amadou Ahidjo, and maybe they go tell Endele. That was his concern. So now why that way? He not take no advisors, he not take no experts, he not take no even the British them. They not there for the meeting. He no KE. He go there for go arrange 2 positions and for himself. Who are you to blame? You know, if it come now for 2024, can't talk, say, I go blame the British or make I go blame President Amadou Ahidjo. No, you cannot have your cake and eat it. The mistakes the way our forefathers they make them, we have to live with those mistakes. It did like man way, it did now like 40 something years old. But every day it cry how you pan no be sending for university, you pan no be sending for school. Now why that way it the right Okada? So what? You been an adult. If you really want to go for university, you can still send yourself through university. Yes, it won't be too late. If you really want to, but you know fit for the rest of your life, the complaints say, my papa never send me for school. My papa never send me for school. It's already happened. No one is going to go back to 1961. No one. No one. Whether you cry from today till whenever, cry till blood come off for your eye, nobody is going to revisit 1961. It is never going to happen. So Anglophones, we need to move on. We need to come together. And we need to do something about our situation, our problem. We need to first accept the reality. We joined Cameroon. Now that we are Cameroonians, how do we make our lives better as Cameroonians? Even when I want to secede, be honest about it. Say, yes, we joined, but now we want to secede. And then we can have an honest conversation about it. We will tell una no go succeed for the secession because you know go force me for be a part of country with me or a part of una secession is nonsense. And when I bring guns for can attack we because they will not be separatists, we go bring bigger guns for can attack una too. So when I don't know when I have to create alliances and make friends, but we know how to make friends. So we will make better friends with the Yaoundé regime as I call them, and we will fight you back. That is the reality. How when I think when I go get the country without the consent of the federalists, without the consent of the unionists, when I be separatist, when I be minority, even though when I think say when I be majority, even though when I carry guns, but my tell when I be in a minority, because there is a diverse voices. There are diverse voices as far as the Anglophones they be concerned, and you need to consider each and every person their own interests. You need to try and make a coalition. Make friends rather than making enemies if we want for progress. I know a lot of people they claim say if the dialogue with Yaoundé and then it will make harm, this nonsense or the Anglophone crisis it will end. Make I ask you this question. If President Paul Biya can dialogue with Anglophones, make we assume say that dialogue it happen. President Paul Biya don't dialogue with Anglophones as una claim. With Ayuk Tabe for Kondengi and all the hundreds of so-called Anglophone presidents and leaders, the way they be dotted all over the world. They dialogue with all of them. Wait till you stop that poorly educated Okada rider where they for bush where carry guns. Make it no can kidnap you for Alabukam or for Bui or for Momo. Wait till you stop that picking the way they carry those check out from Kradai guns the day inside bush. Make they don't use the guns them for can continue for the kidnappuna. That is a legitimate question where none of una will never be able for answer them. All we una be interested in now for the talk about dialogue, negotiate, dialogue, negotiate, dialogue, negotiate. I don't ask una dialogue with who una no fit talk. And after the so-called dialogue, make we assume say the dialogue it happen and it be successful. Wait till go stop the picking the way they carry guns, make them no continue for the attack una. So these things them, the reality where we need for understand. Now say those speaking the way they carry the guns, the majority of them we need for kill them. Simple as that. They begin the way they surrender, join DDR today. They need to join because they like her. And they talk as person where they communicate with all of them, where they deal with all of them. I don't visit the disarmament center for Bamenda twice and the one for Boya once. And I know this picking them. They come off of that bush because their lives they be at stake. And if their lives do not be at stake, they for still there for that bush. So we need for make them. So we need for de-incentivize the carrying of those guns then. When they feel the absolute threat, say their lives they be at stake, they be imminent threat. They get that imminent threat of life. Say at any given moment, we will compromise them. And as we compromise their friends them, now wait that way they make the other ones that they surrender. That is a fact. And we must continue for the compromise them because now the only way that for make sure say the kidnappers the way they did for bush, the rapists and the drug addicts them, where we go reduce their threat to our civilian population. That is the only way for the beginning way they carry the guns. That is literally the only way. They know two ways, they know day. And I'm advise that for una. Okay, when I cry, go up, calm down. Time when they can't kidnap your relative. Now you say you carry your own 2 food now, run, go see gendarme, go see police, go see the governor or the DO. They beg, saying they can't help you because they don't kidnap your mommy. But now, because they never kidnap your mommy, they kidnap a different money mommy. When I go she don't when I quiet. That is not good enough. So after listening to me, some of una go think say countryman it be too critical, say countryman it be too harsh and too hard on our forefathers them like EML Endele and Dr. NGu Foncha. No, the reason why we me I be hard on them now because I need we Anglophones them for learn the lessons them where we need for learn them since 1961, so that we not go repeat those mistakes and where our forefathers be make them. The mistake where we don't make them. Now say we lie to ourselves too much. And I understand the reasons why we people like NGu Foncha, Estimuna, they be the lie for Anglophones them. Partly because they be one for radicalize the population, and also because they be one for shift the blame, because they not be one for be blamed for this union and the state of the union because of the mistakes in where they be make them. So they try to cover up for their mistakes. But if you cover up for those mistakes, then we not go take the opportunity for learn lessons from those mistakes, so that we go avoid the same mistakes in the future. Also, the reason why they be make the mistakes them, the reasons why they make the decisions the way they make them in the 1960s and the 1980s and the 1970s, now because of their political situation at that time. For their time, they be make certain political calculations them based on their environment, based on geopolitics. For example, which way did it happen for Nigeria, the Biafra War, it been one of the calculations the way they be make them for 1972 when they be dissolved the federation. Now one of the things in that we need to ever consider them. Also, I be very grateful and very thankful for NGu Foncha and the effort for Unite Cameroon, because me I no want for ever be a part of Nigeria. So now one of the very good things that now our forefathers be doing for bring we from Nigeria out of Nigeria, for unite we with our brothers them for across the Mongol. I be very proud for be a Cameroonian. So now one of the fantastic thing that way they be doing, and when I go see them say they achieve this one when they be work together. All the other things where they do and where it go wrong now because of their own political infighting in the 1950s, 60s, and even 70s. For example, 1966, when we themselves have KNTP for Foncha and Endele own party and all the other smaller parties them for former West Cameroon, they dissolved their political parties them for form one party system inside Cameroon. They did that. No be na me do am, no be na President Amadou Ahidjo do am, no be na the British, no be na the French. So the reason for this audio and this recording and production now say make we take responsibility for the actions them where we don't take them, and make we know say we get to live with the consequences of the actions and the decisions of our forefathers. Make we stop for always constantly blame someone else for our own current situation. Make we look at how we got here, we take lessons, take stock of what we don't happen in the past, learn lessons from that, and then forge a better future so that we go avoid for make the same mistakes in the future. Thank you plenty my country people them. For all man we don't listen to the end, make sure say you share, make it go far and wide. I've been now a humble servant, the Kumkumasa, the king of all the black legs. I be start to record this presentation actually on the 17th of October 2024, and I finish today the 19th of October. And as I finish this recording, I did get the good news say the so-called general for ADF, we call itself say General 5-star for Chomba for Bamenda, it don't be compromised this morning by the B and also with the intelligence service of the GGRA. So this one are fantastic news, and we need for continuing for to kill all the drug addicts where they did in the bush, because now them they pose a security threat to our people them in the Anglophone zone. Failure to do that, we will live with this violence for a very long time. So the onus is on us. We get the responsibility for solve our problem, the Anglophone problem. My country people then.
Lesson number one, my country people, Dr. Weti. Listen, whether or not you accept, my country people is a force to reckon with. Me, I agree. He's an enemy that is strong. So, Ambazonians will thank my country people for the wonderful job. Now, move go ahead.
Hail, hail, hail the Kumkumasa. We the Cameroonians, we pledge our loyalty. Kumkumasa, Kumkumasa, you shall free our country from terror. And your blessing shall be like the stars above. The Most High God shall be your guide.